Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Guys, I hope you're all doing great. Today, we are wasting absolutely no time, jumping straight into the arena, and I want to showcase a team idea. Okay, so all these champions here, only one of them is really necessary for this team to actually work, and that is Cardinal. So, if you have Cardinal, I definitely think having this team or a very similar team to it in your lineup is a very solid option. So I'm going to go over the build of Cardinal, the different champions you can use, kind of the idea behind it. But as far as a go second arena team goes, this is absolutely amazing. Now, this may not work great here just because of the whole turn order of everything. I placed the decreased defense already. My Ray is pretty crazy, though. She may do some work. Let's see. Boom. And she wipes everybody. So there we go. Ray, you can literally use any damage dealer in that spot. Basically, what this team is designed to do, it's designed to counter those fast teams with Kymars, Madame Cereses. Those fast teams are going to strip you and then hit super hard. So like Madame Ceres, Trunda. Obviously, Trunda is not a strip champion. Trunda is a champion who's going to be doing a ton of damage. So let's go ahead and find another team. This one right here. Now, this is one thing to watch out for. Block revive champions are not what you want to go against. So no Foleys, no Inithuis, no Lydias. You don't want block revive or messing up your revive because this team is entirely reliant on Cardinal actually casting that res. So I'm looking for some Arbiter leads, Madame Ceres, Basher, and Trunda. This is perfect. So if you want to go against a team like this, you need to make sure your Cardinal has a lot of resistance. And in this case, my Cardinal is currently sitting in stone skin gear, full 6-piece set with 635 resistance. Add 100 extra resistance to that, and you're going to be looking at 735 resistance overall. Now, hopefully this Basher doesn't lock her out. You probably don't want to go against Yoshi's, probably don't want to go against Lady Kimmy's if they're running alongside Basher or Warlord champions like that, because you'll probably get locked out anyways, right? So let's see what we got going on here. I could strip everybody. Let's go ahead and wait to see if they hit me again, do some more damage. Maybe we try stripping. Now, I like doing these arena showcases of kind of like new, interesting, and unique teams. I did a community poll a few days ago asking what your unique teams were. I got a few answers back. Most of the champions I don't have, I can't build them, like some Hegemons. So unfortunately, I can't showcase that. But if you guys have an interesting team that you're either using or you'd be curious in seeing one actually use, maybe you're theory crafting something, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to actually test it out if it looks like a pretty good team. So let's go over this team, go over the setup, and talk about it. And while we do that, you guys go ahead, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying this content. So the star of the show is Cardinal. So Cardinal, the only ability we really care about is his A3 ability. Revives all dead allies, heals them by 25% of their max HP, and boosts their turn meter to max. Now, a lot of times, there's a champion ran alongside Cardinal who makes a lot of sense as a damage dealer, okay? That is Kaitis, because Kaitis, his A3 ability, attacks all enemies 2 times, damage increases according to the amount of HP this champion has lost. This is a secret skill and only becomes available when this champion has lost 50% of their HP. This ability hits so incredibly hard, it's crazy. The only downside is there's not a whole lot of uses for Kaitis other than flexing in the arena, I feel like. So for me, instead of investing in a completely different champion, I think it's a little bit better to build a team around Cardinal and not necessarily force Kaitis into that. If you have him already built, definitely go ahead and do that, but you probably have some better damage dealers who are usable in different areas that may make more sense. So with Cardinal, the masteries, this is what I have. Very, very basic. I could add some more HP to her for the stone skin, for that block damage, so on and so forth. So, but all I have right now is just this, okay? I don't want her going fast. I don't want her turn meter boosted. As far as her gear goes, wait, she is in 6-piece stone skin. Yep, exactly what I thought. So as far as her gear goes, she is super, super slow. So what I want to happen is the enemy team to have as long of opportunity as possible to actually kill me, because I want all my champions dead except for Cardinal, so then she can res. And then ideally, when she does the res, the enemy's going to have no reaction. So no reaction gear that's still going to, reduce the damage. So in that case, she can res them, my team takes her turn, and it kills everybody on the other team. So Cardinal, this is her stats. If you want to run the resistance route, this is going to allow you to attack Kymars, Madame Cereses, any strip champion like that. However, even with stone skin gear, you can technically attack them, but it's a 50-50 on if you're going to get stripped or not. So be mindful about that. But 635 resistance is pretty good. You can definitely drop 2 pieces of stone skin, make her a little bit slower if possible, and boost up your resistance like that. 6-piece stone skin is going to be the best way to go. Now, I do have some reaction gear on her as well for a few reasons. One, I don't have a ton of HP on these pieces of gear. So her HP is 53,000. So she's going to have a relatively small shield. So people can damage through that, especially with her being so slow. So the reaction gear is going to help me take a little bit less damage And if they do strip it, then it's not going to be a big deal, because if they strip the Stone Skin, she's still going to be very, very tanky. I just need her to do the res a little bit sooner. Having the 2 turns of Stone Skin allows me to, assuming they don't strip it, allows me to wait, because they don't always kill everybody depending on how your other champions are geared. Now, as far as the books go for this champion, you don't really need them. You don't really need the books whatsoever. So there you go. Pretty simple, honestly. Just put a bunch of resistance on her, reaction if you have her. If you have it, 6-piece Stone Skin, you're good to go. Now, as far as Lydia can be replaced. She has bolster gear on right now. Honestly, if I wanted to run this team more consistently, I probably wouldn't even use bolster gear, because bolster is keeping her alive longer than I would like for her to be kept alive and the rest of the team. But Lydia, main role is, well, she has a lot of good stuff in her kit, okay? But a huge contributing factor for her versus some other champions is the 100 resistance aura in the arena, which is huge because, like I said, I want Cardinal to resist everything. So having that extra 100 resistance is absolutely incredible. So Lydia is actually tuned to be my fastest. She's 224. Ideally, she'd be right after my strip champion. So my Rian, my Madame Ceres, my Kymar could strip the enemies, and then Lydia could place the decreased defense and weaken, and then Ray could do her damage. But right now, Lydia's the fastest. Not a huge deal because Rian strips and my Ray does the damage, no problem. We take this team against, faster, softer teams. Not very many tanky teams. So Lydia's there, extra resistance, has a good kit anyways, prevents them from resin if they do try to do that res. Rian the Conjurer can be replaced for Kymar, Sathalia, Madame Ceres, any champion with a strip. The whole goal of Rian is just to allow your damage dealer an open lane to attack, basically. You don't want increased defense, don't want strengthen, nothing like that on the enemy. So Rian comes in, good accuracy, faster than your damage dealer, use that A2 ability, place the weaken as well, and boom, your damage dealer is going to be in a really good spot to kill everybody. So the damage dealer can literally be anybody. Earlier, I used Septimus. Septimus is pretty cool. Let me go ahead and see what he looks like, okay? So Septimus is a crazy champion. We'll keep him right there. Let's go ahead and jump in and try this. I had Ghostborn earlier. You don't have, well, you kind of do. You really want a strip champion. If you don't have a strip champion, it's just going to kind of make the run a little bit more weird. So strip champion is definitely the way to go if you can do it. I may not actually die here, which is going to be a little bit awkward. They have no nuke champion. Let me just go ahead and try it. We'll strip them. Okay, yeah. This team is really good against damage dealers, and this team has no damage whatsoever. So we're gonna back out of that. We're gonna refresh. I want to find those, those fast teams with Madame Ceres. This team right here, gotta be careful with that Foley. He can block revive, and that'll ruin your run. Like I said, block revive. I have a little note thing over here. Block revive, Lydia, things like that are no go. Bad affinity. So like if you're running a Spirit Affinity Septimus and there's Magic Affinity on the other team, be very careful about that, because if you weak it and you don't have anything on your team to allow you to come back, you could be in a very, very risky spot. I'm a little bit low in gold 5 right now, so the teams I'm seeing aren't great. They're not really hitting as hard as I like for them to. Let me go over here to 3v3. We'll try it out here, guys. So gold 3, I fell down last week. I didn't do my matches. Gosh dang it. All right, so let's go ahead and try it on the second lineup there. We'll just throw some teams in randomly. So nobody's there. We'll use this team here. That's a pretty good team. Kymar, Trunda, Molly, and Arbiter. Definitely a pretty solid team, I'd say. And then we'll just use my Calvalax, Trunda, Gerda. No, I don't have Trunda. Leo team, okay? So we'll just leave this on auto real quick. Not really worried about this first match. This team is pretty cool, though. Actually, all 3 of these teams are pretty cool, in my opinion, go second teams. But the main one I want to focus on is that second team. It's going to allow you to start going against and evening the playing field against those Madame Cereses. Specifically, those Kymars, champions who are really fast, and they just destroy your team. But Cardinal Resing is just so incredible. It's such a huge help. Now, you got to be careful. You got to make sure whatever champion you want to go first is the fastest, because when Cardinal reses, she fully fills everybody's turn meter, but your fastest champion goes first. So if you want your strip champion to go first, ideally, make them at least 1 speed faster than everybody else. You don't have to speed tune them, because there's no actual, everybody gets a turn, okay? Unless you're going against Rotos. Rotos makes it a little bit weird, because if you're going against Rotos, you got to bring in a multi-hitter, or he's just going to get extra turns, and it's just going to be bad. So hopefully they kill everybody here. My Cardinal has not got her turn yet, and the Reaper killed my Lydia. Perfect. You can see Cardinal coming in here with the res. Thankfully there's no Lydia on the enemy team. You got to be very careful. If there's a Lydia, you're just going to get blocked. You could technically bring in Brachus or Tormund, and then get Cardinal's res after they use their self-res, and then you're fine. But here we go. We strip everybody, and then Ray comes in. We'll just use her A3 for the freeze in case somebody doesn't die, and she wipes everybody out. You don't need Ray by no means. You can use tons of different champions, a lot of different options. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. We're not going to be able to win this match, probably. I don't think. But let's see what Leo does. Can Leo do anything? Maybe. Let's see. Decreased defense, not gonna matter from the Grim Reaper there. Okay, Leo, there we go, buddy. Boom, A3 ability. And Mithralis, she's been known to solo some teams for real. She is crazy. All right, let's see. Boom, can Gerda do it? Okay, there we go. I guess Mithralis just left because I didn't actually see anything happen to her. But either way, I don't want to keep doing 3v3 because it takes way too long. Let's go ahead and try this match, okay? This could be a pretty decent example. We'll use Septimus because Septimus, he pops off. He does crazy. And the nice thing about this is whatever damage dealer you use, you don't have to have him fast whatsoever. You can literally have him running at 120 speed. 110 speed doesn't matter at all. Now, if you have him slow, you don't want to have reaction gear because like you see here, Lydia, I think, has a piece of reaction gear and she's still alive. Ideally, she'd be dead. But I use her in other content and I don't really want her to be dead in that content. But here we go. We're going to res everybody. Now, this is going to be a little bit weird because freaking Cupidus and Venus are frustrating combo. So don't use the A2 there. Strip them here. And then Septimus, let's go ahead and see him pop off, okay? So A1, boom. He's like a machine gun. It's so cool to watch. Boom, drop the Hedgie, drop the Arbiter, and then drop the Venus. That's no increased attack, no decreased defense, just weaken. So Septimus hits pretty daggone hard. Let's go ahead and try a different team right here. Nope, that's just trolling. Not gonna even touch that. We're looking for those heavy damage dealing teams. Gaius, you gotta be careful. This is another big thing about Cardinal being high resist because if Gaius places those bombs, it does triple damage through Stone Skin. So be very careful about that. We'll put Ray back in here. Like I said, you can use any damage dealer. Doesn't matter. You could use Gaius. You could use literally anybody. But keep in mind, if you use a bomb champion, you're probably going to want to bring increased accuracy because you want to make sure you place the bombs if you're using a bomb champion, right? So there we go. Hopefully everybody just dies. No problem whatsoever. Let's go ahead and see it. Boom. Everybody's dead. Oh no, we're going to lose the match until we get a turn. And then we don't lose the match. All right, here we go. Ideally, like I said, Lydia would be after Rian. But since Rian is geared differently, he's slower. So Lydia goes before him. But then boom, we just reverse it. The reverse Uno card, Cardinal, it's a team that's been around for a little while, okay? It's definitely not a newfound team. But it's a team, if you're working on pushing in 3v3 and you don't have very many good go second options, especially if you have Lydia, this is going to be a very solid option for you. Because it's going to be a team that's not super gear requiring, super gear demanding, because everybody on the team can be whatever speed you want them to be. As long as the order's correct, their speeds can be literally whatever. Like I'll show you my other champions, okay? So we have Rian sitting here at 196, some mismatched gear, pretty good accuracy. We have Lydia sitting way up here at 224 compared to Rian, decent accuracy. We have Ray sitting here at 180, so they're fairly slow. But my Septimus, he's sitting here at 124. So when Cardinal does her res, she boosts everybody's turn meter to full. So they instantly get a turn in the order based on their speed. So the team doesn't really require that much gear. Just deck out your damage dealers and you're going to be good to go. Just dodge the Lydia teams, dodge the Black Revive teams, and you got a pretty consistent go second team for that 3v3 pushing. So if you have Cardinal, definitely a team to consider building. Let's go ahead and try it again. We'll do the Septimus, the 124 speed Septimus, which is crazy slow. Like I said, no reaction gear. It'll ruin your team. No Stone Skin, obviously, should go without saying. If you don't want if you want your champions to die, don't put them in gear that says you don't want them to die, right? Put them in gear, put them in setups that would actually allow them to die. So we'll use the A2 here just because they should have decreased defense and we can still, like, they shouldn't get too many more turns. There we go. Res everybody. Rian strips. And then Septimus pops off with like a machine gun. Here we go. Boom. 135. That is crazy. 148. No increased attack. Remember that. This is the issue though, because Ray is strong affinity. Let's go try this A2. Okay, 90,000. There we go. Strong affinity Ray. I guess not that much of an issue, right? But guys, there you go. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Best of luck pushing the arena. I know 3v3 has been a thing a lot of people are working on, so hopefully that helps. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what your unique arena team is, and I would definitely like to showcase it. But other than that, I'll catch you all in the next one.